and we are live from the New Canaan High School Gymnasium, where this year's rivalry matchup, rivalry night all across the FCIAC, but more importantly tonight in the New Canaan High School Gymnasium, Rams versus Wave, the age-old tale, two schools going at it year in and year out, and today is set to be no different. The Rams come into this game as the stronger.
Want to beat your rival.
Of course, right? These rivalry games, they're huge. We see it in every sport. These two teams, no matter what sport it may be, soccer, football, they'll always go at it. And today's forum, the New Canaan High School Gymnasium, the girls first, the first game of the doubleheader. We've got the boys coming up later. But now let's get into some of our key players for the game. And Liam, I'm going to kick it off with you. Who you got for Darien?
Yeah, so for Darien, really it's just been all over the boards, but the main player for the Darien Blue Wave has been number 22, Mackenzie Nolan. She's been really well from beyond the arc this entire year, but this Darien team, it's really been a transition year for them. I mean, they're only 4-10, so for them, conference and state playoffs are pretty much out of their picture, but for this game, it's really just about Darien and New Canaan tonight, so see what happens here out in the hardwood.
Yeah, and then Ryan, I'm going to swing it over to you. What do you think? Who are some of your players for New Canaan?
Yeah, I'm looking at two players tonight for the Rams. First, it's Claire Agnebenny, the center for New Canaan, averaging 13 points, 10.7 rebounds a game, and shooting 60% from the free throw line. She gets fouled a lot, and when she gets to the line, she's going to be able to convert majority of her free throws tonight. It's pivotal for New Canaan to get it into her in the paint. And then another player I'm looking at is the point guard, Tia Kibiko. Her and Fiona Mueller both bring the ball down the floor, but Kibiko averaging 9 points per game, probably the best three-point shooter on the Rams, so she's got to make a lot of perimeter shots tonight.
Yeah, guys, and now we're just going to take a look at the sidelines really quickly. Those two coaches for both of these teams, right? You've got Coach Palmer, who's got a very storied history here in New Canaan. She's done a great job transforming this program into a contender in the FCIAC and the state for the past couple years. And then for Darien, you've got the first-year head coach in her first rivalry game, Stephanie Runis. So, Liam, what can you tell me about Coach Runis and what she's done for this program this year?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Runis has really just done a good job trying to build that chemistry on the sidelines. The Darien girls basketball program, they fluctuate with coaches throughout the past 3 to 4 years. So I think Coach Runis is here to stay for the long term for this Blue Wave team. Definitely it's a transition year for them. As always, like you said, they're 4-10, but I think she's just trying to build that dynamic and build the program up for the coming years.
And then, Ryan, what can you give me on Coach Palmer?
Yeah, Coach Kim Palmer, you know, it seems like everyone knows here at New Canaan High School, being a PE teacher and a health teacher, but she's a great basketball coach. I think the program that she has built up these last couple of years, I think it just speaks to the quality of the team. And then you have assistants, right? Chris Silvestri, the defensive coordinator for the Rams football team. Obviously, Hank Rowett. So there's a lot of good coaching on that New Canaan staff, and I'm excited to see what they'll put out tonight.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And then, you know, just one last thing to hit. Keys for the game for both these teams. Ryan, I'm going to go back to you. What do you think New Canaan's got to do?
I think New Canaan, firstly, got to get the ball inside the paint to Claire Agnebenny, right? As I said earlier, 13 points per game, and that's majority on layups and free throws. If you can get the ball to her in the paint, it's almost a guaranteed basket almost every time. She's super physical, gets a lot of rebounds, and also kind of going off of the rebounds, offensive rebounds are key for New Canaan. Maybe not the most physical team in the FCIAC, but in order to win tonight, they got to grab a whole bunch of rebounds.
All right, and right, you talked about Claire Agnebenny. She's a great inside scorer, but she also gets fouled a lot, so 60% from the line. You know, 3 out of 5 shots. You kind of want to see more from that, from your player who gets sent to line probably the most out of all these teams. But now I'm going to swing it over to you, Liam. What do you think this Blue Wave team has got to do?
Yes, for Darien, obviously they're the away team today, coming into New Canaan High School gym, always a daunting thing, but for them, first and foremost, they're going to have to limit the turnovers. I think that's one of their main things that they've struggled with all season. Is giving up the balls on the fast breaks. They need to score a lot of points today if they want to try to make this game closer in score. And then overall, I just think their offensive rebound has been lacking a little bit this season. So today, they're going to have to really focus on offensive rebounds, try to go for those second chance points, really going to try to put them ahead, and then just start out early. This Darien team, they're strong. They have a lot of great depth on their lineup. So if they go out early and try to rattle New Canaan, I mean, they're the home team. So start out early, I think it's going to go really well in Darien's favor.
All right, and as we see, the New Canaan team go to the bench. Darien team still shooting a couple free throws, but they're meandering their way over. And, guys, just one last thing, right? Going back to last year's matchup, the Rams topped this Blue Wave team by a score of 36-25. New Canaan in that game had Maddie Donaldson, the star player for this Rams team, all-state first-team selection last year, had 13 points in that game. So the Rams definitely missing her absence this season, and more importantly this game. but her little sister Lila, along with all of her, or a majority of her teammates from last year, have done a great job stepping up and bringing this Rams team, really to be a competitor this season. So we're going to send it down to Bill Brown with the starting lineups. As teams still huddling, we're going to have the Darien lineups announced first. Coach Arunas talking it over with her girls.
Lauren Baldi. Number 10, Ava Welsh. Number 12, Julia Ryan. Number 21, Elise Old. And number 22, Mackenzie Nolan. Head coach of the Blue Wave is Stephanie Lucas. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineup for the 2024 New Canaan Rams. Number 11, Lila Donaldson. Number 20, Fiona Muller. Number 24, Tia Kimko. Number 32, C. Patterson. And number 35 is Claire Agnibeni. Rams head coach is Kim Palmer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
I'm going to swing it over to you, too. Ryan, I'm going to start with you. What are your predictions for this matchup?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a close game, a rivalry matchup. New Canaan, as I said earlier, coming off a loss. Darien, 4-10 on the year. I think this is going to be a close game. Give me New Canaan 42-36. I think the rivalry factor is going to keep this one close.
All right, and then Liam, what's your take on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think if Darien, they just have to go out early. I think one of the main things this year has been definitely for them to limit the turnovers. So if they stop the New Canaan offensive press early, I think it's going to go out in their favor. So I'm going to go with them 32-28. I think it's going to be close relatively in Darien's favor, but I think if the possession time stays with them, it's going to go in their favor.
And as the two teams come out onto the court, you've got number 35 for New Canaan, Claire Agnibeni, taking the tip against, looks like number 12, Julia Ryan. So senior against junior. On this one, Agnibeni definitely has the height advantage. As we are underway here at the New Canaan High School Gymnasium, Tia Kivico with the ball, settles it down in the offensive end, passes over to Fiona Mueller. Mueller trying to get down the lane. Cece Patterson now outside the arc. Back to Mueller, inside to Agnibeni. Claire Agnibeni out to Tia Kivico. Kivico's shot nearly goes in off the front iron, and referee whistles a travel Gummin. So a turnover on the first possession for this New Canaan team. Now Darien, that's set to inbound. That's number 10. Sorry, looks like.
Yeah, number 10, Ava Welsh, has just done really well. I mean, she is the only freshman on this team.
Now Mueller with the steal. Missed the layup. Kivico still looking to get it back. She got it back. Referee whistles. Oh, shot clock wasn't going there. So he's explaining to the timekeepers, just got to get it running, especially off of a turnover like that. It's a very sudden change, hard to do. But now Fiona Mueller will inbound under the Rams' offensive hoop. Lila Donaldson looks for the ball. They give it to Tia Kivico outside. Cece Patterson, long-range shot, hits! Cece Patterson from deep gets the Rams on the board.
Yeah, Patterson not known for three-point shooting ability, more of a mid-range layup kind of shooter, but that was right off the bank. Bank is open tonight.
And now Blue Wave try getting inside, and they do. And that shot is good from number 21, Elise Hull, the sophomore for this Blue Wave team.
That was a great transition there by Darien, just trying to move that ball around and get the easy layup.
Patterson inside to Ognebenny. Ognebenny off the board, gets it back, still no good. Cece Patterson, her layup is good, and Patterson's already got 5 on the night.
Quick 5 for Cece Patterson, fighting for offensive rebounds, one of my keys before the game, and expect a lot of them tonight.
Fiona Mueller with the steal, and Cece Patterson gets it inside, and she gets fouled. So Patterson will go to the line for 2 to potentially get her 7th points of the night early in this one.
Yeah, that'd be quite a start, not even 2 minutes into this game. And if Cece Patterson can knock down these 2 free throws, as you just mentioned, PJ, just 7 points right off of her.
Yeah, this New Canaan team is playing textbook basketball right now. Of course, the turnover there in that Darien zone, definitely something you have to limit if you want to try to get back in this game.
Yeah, Patterson, she averages 5 rebounds a game, 3 steals, and 5 points per game. So Patterson, definitely one of the top players on this Rams team. She's an extremely athletic player. Right, committed to play at Notre Dame in 2 years for lacrosse, the 2nd-rated player in the whole nation for the girls' class of 2025. As Patterson sinks that first one to advance the Rams' lead to 4 early in this one, 6:38 left. Patterson, their second. Patterson's shot is up and no good. Toilet bowls out. And Darien is able to get that one. So now the wave, and stolen by Cece Patterson, but she stepped out of bounds. It's a really close call there. Ref got it right, though.
Patterson's been almost everywhere. I think almost every name you're calling in New Canaan has been Cece Patterson.
Yeah, she's taking a lot of control of the ball early, which, I mean, if you're in New Canaan, that's something you want to stake.
Now outside, Blue Wave shot, no good. Put too much mustard on that one, and now New Canaan with it. Fiona Mueller running the fast break to Tia Kivico inside. Claire Ognebenny shot up and good. Ognebenny gets her first 2 on the night as we get a timeout by Darien and Coach Stephanie Runis. Early one there, but you know, Ryan, I'm going to start with you. What are you liking from this New Canaan team?
I mean, the transition from the Rams has been almost excellent. Cece Patterson to start, and then right there, Fiona Mueller down to Tia Kivico with an excellent bounce pass to Claire Ognebenny. And so far, the tempo that the Rams have been running, maybe pressuring Darien a little bit. Obviously, they do run the full court press. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from New Canaan so far, but obviously Darien's going to be making some adjustments.
And then Liam, down 6, not even 2 minutes into this one. What does Darien got to do to get back in it?
Yeah, early on, Darien's going to have to make some serious adjustments, especially just moving the ball down to the court. They even have to get the pass down. They just have to get those layups and you know, get those easy points with those girls down under. I think that they just have to stop this New Canaan offensive press and overall just try to get some easy points from under.
So Darien will inbound the ball here. That is number 21, Elise Hull. Gets it in to number 10, Ava Welch, the freshman. Welch pushing it up the court. And now outside, the 3-pointer, no good. Too long on that one.
Those are 2 missed shots there from the Blue Wave beyond the arc. I think they're going to have to really change that up, try to go a little bit more to get some points in the paint.
Tia Kivico bringing the ball up here for the Rams team. And a screen from Ognebenny works to perfection. Kivico seemingly got fouled on that one. She definitely tried drawing it. Referees didn't give her anything. And they got a jump ball on that, and it's going into the Blue Wave's possession. So now Wave taking the ball up. And we've got a travel there. Referee whistles the travel on number 4, Lauren Valgi. Now New Canaan will inbound it. Fiona Mueller to Tia Kivico. Kivico taking it up as the Rams look to get a play going. Fiona Mueller at the top, at the logo to Tia Kivico. Mueller gets a screen from Cece Patterson, and Kiviko gets in and gets a pass to Agnebenny. Referee's got a foul on the floor on number 12, Julia Ryan. So that's her first of the night, or sorry, second as she comes out. And Vivian Knott comes in for the Blue Wave. Fiona Mueller set to inbound under the Rams hoop. Mueller finds Lila Donaldson. Donaldson drives inside, out to Cece Patterson. Patterson finds Tia Kiviko. Kiviko floater shot is up and good. Tia Kiviko advances the Rams lead to 8.
It's a good shot by Tia Kiviko, and there's a steal right there by
Cece
Patterson.
Patterson with the steal. Fiona Mueller to Kiviko. Back to Mueller. Kiviko outside the arc. Cece Patterson on the wing. Patterson gets to the mid-range, picks up her dribble, and now Tia Kiviko back to Patterson. Shot clock down to 12. Cece Patterson to Lila Donaldson. Donaldson to Mueller. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Mueller's layup is up, no good. 2 seconds. Agnebenny gets it up, no good. And the Darien Blue Wave get the possession.
Yeah, that's the defense you want to see from Darien, making those stops and bringing the shot clock down pretty much all the way down to 0.
The referee signals a travel on the freshman number 10, Ava Welch. She was getting swarmed by 2 New Canaan defenders there, and there's nothing you can do. Tia Kiviko back to Fiona Mueller. Mueller at the half-court logo for the New Canaan Rams. Kiviko looking around, Mueller looking around, looking for Kiviko. She finds her. Now Kiviko down the lane. Layup is up off the front rim, but Agnebenny grabs the rebound and gets 2.
Claire Agnebenny, just immense pressure down low. I think almost in maybe the entire state of Connecticut, it's so hard to guard her no matter what you throw at her. You see a lot of double teams, and she is still able to put up points.
Now Fiona Mueller defending up top, and now, looked like a foul there. Referees call it a block, and Cece Patterson gets the steal for New Canaan. And that pass just too high from Fiona Mueller to Claire Agnebenny. So the Rams turn it over here, but New Canaan still leading 12-2, 3:37 left in the first period of action. Darien's got to get something moving. As we see a substitution, Lauren Valgi comes out, and number 14, Faye Beppler comes in, and then Grace Driscoll comes in, her first minutes after suffering an injury that kept her out past couple games. She comes in for the captain, Tia Kiviko, as the Blue Wave advance the ball down the floor. The shot is up and no good by Welch. Too strong on that one, and Agnebenny gets the rebound. Tenacious.
Yeah, Darien just seems a little rattled right now. They're not making those shots that they have been all season.
Patterson travels on that one, and it's going back to the Blue Wave. New Canaan with already a couple travels here. Same with Darien. A little sloppy basketball. Definitely some nerves getting to them in this rivalry matchup. As you see Darien moving the ball around, and that's a foul from number 32, Cece Patterson. Her first on the night, as well as the Rams' first on the night. 3 minutes left in the first period of action. New Canaan up by 10. You see the Blue Wave inbound the ball. The freshman Ava Welch with it up top. Welch gets it over to the corner, and Darien inside, back out to Welch. And the referee, another travel here. Some sloppy basketball. That's got to be Welch's second or third travel on the night already.
Yeah, referees are calling the travel calls tonight, so the girls are really going to have to watch those feet to make some quicker transition passes.
Mueller with the ball up top, looking for a pass. Rams get some off-ball motion going. Cece Patterson with it on the wing. To Grace Driscoll. Down inside to Claire Agnebenny. Perfect pass. But Agnebenny couldn't convert on that one. And now Welch taking it up the court. And the referee's got a foul on New Canaan. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Grace Driscoll. But the Rams will get some substitutions in early So the captain, number 22, Katie Funk, comes in for Claire Agnabeni. And then Callie Patterson comes in for her sister, Cece, number 33, Callie. And Ava Welch with the ball up top. Swings it out to the corner. It's out of bounds, going to New Canaan. Welch was looking for number 22, Mackenzie Nolan, as Welch comes out of the game. And number 11, Tess Hagany comes in. Oh, Driscoll nearly missed that one from Fiona Mueller as Darien gets in transition. And now that shot from long range finds the bottom of the net from Mackenzie Nolan. And Coach Kim Palmer takes her first time out of the night. So that shot from Nolan cuts the lead for New Canaan from 10 to 7. And Ryan, I'm gonna look to you on this one. What'd you like from New Canaan on that little stretch there?
Yeah, well, again, I think I like the transition play from New Canaan, which was obviously very good, but I think you don't want to get in foul trouble. You see maybe 2-3 quick fouls in that last minute. So I think Coach Palmer just telling the girls to, calm down a little bit. Obviously, it's a rivalry game. You're going to want to get steals. There's going to be shooting fouls this game, but just try and keep it under control.
Yeah, and as we just saw on that replay, this New Canaan team, right, one of their struggles all season long has been guarding the perimeter. They do a good job in the press, but once teams find it in the corner, that's really their weak spot. Now, Liam, right, you just had that three-pointer. What's this Darien team got to do to get some more momentum and get back into it?
Well, I think Darien's just going to have to capitalize on that shot. Obviously, that's a corner three from number 22, Mackenzie Nolan. So Darien's going to have to use that energy from that three. Again, they're only down by 7, so they just need a couple quick more points and really stop New Canaan from gaining on the scoreboard.
Fiona Mueller beats the pressure from Darien, and Callie Patterson with it in the corner. Lila Donaldson inside. Donaldson's shot is blocked. That was a great block by number 24, Vivian Knott, the freshman. Now Lila Donaldson to Fiona Mueller up top. Rams reset it. Katie Funk inside, taking the place of Claire Agnabeni, and a great shot fake from Callie Patterson. Katie Funk's shot, no good. And the referee's got a foul on Lila Donaldson. She was going for the ball, maybe trying to get a jump, but Darien draws the foul. Rams' third foul of the night already, so they're getting close, right? Remember, once you get to 5 fouls, you get in the double bonus for the quarter, and then they reset at the start of the next quarter. But Darien moving it up the court. Number 11, Hagney, finds Knott in the corner. Her shot doesn't go. And Lila Donaldson gets it to Fiona Mueller. Mueller looking for a pass, finds Driscoll inside to Funk. Katie Funk to Callie Patterson, out to Mueller. Just under a minute to go in the first quarter of action. And Grace Driscoll underneath, ooh, couldn't quite get all of that one. As the referee's got a jump ball, looking like it's gonna be in the possession of the Rams.
Yeah, Driscoll made a great cut baseline there. Pass ended up, in her hands, but she was unable to finish. And now, inbound we see Fiona Mueller coming out of the game. So I want to see how New Canaan's going to react here.
Mueller comes out for number 10, Sarah Marshall, the junior for this New Canaan team. Marshall looking for a pass, finds Lila Donaldson. Donaldson drives down low, knocked over, but Grace Driscoll catches the pass. And Sarah Marshall driving down the lane. Marshall shot is up and good. Sarah Marshall with her first points on the night, on her first possession of the night.
Yeah, Sarah Marshall, I don't think really plays too much, when we call games, PJ, but already there with a quick basket. Yeah, so now the shot clock is just turned off.
Shot clock's turned off because we're under 35 seconds left. Katie Funk, ooh, dribbles that one off her foot. And Darien gets it.
Here. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock. They got to make some points.
Yeah, if you're Darien, you really want to wait for the last shot here as they get it inside. And now Darien, ooh, blocked, but the referee blows his whistle. Looks like Lila Donaldson with the foul there, as the freshman Ali Sacia seems to be coming in for Donaldson after the shot. But Faye Bepler will be at the line for 2, another freshman on this Darien team. Bepler's first shot is up and no good. Just off the back rim, and Donaldson comes out for Cecilia. So 5.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Rams up 14-5. Darien with an opportunity to cut it down to an 8-point lead for New Canaan. Bepler's second shot finds the bottom of the net. So now Sarah Marshall to Ali Cecilia, back to Marshall. 4 seconds left. And Callie Patterson. And just nothing really going there for the Rams. So Rams go into the first quarter break with a lead of 8 points. They played a really good game offensively. And Liam, let's start with you. What do you think this Darien team has just got to do on that defensive end to get into it?
I think Darien's just going to have to stop. I mean, New Canaan is surging right now. I mean, they have 14 points. I think Darien, if they make the stops on defense and then climb back on offense, make those threes from beyond the arc and go in and try to draw some fouls, I think it's going to go in their favor. But I think Darien's main priority is just stop the New Canaan offense.
Yeah, and then Ryan, you know, on this end, what do you think New Canaan has got to do to increase their lead or at least maintain it?
Yeah, I think you got to try and get Claire Ognebendi back in there and just keep feeding her in the paint, which they almost do every possession, right? Just have her kind of down low. She'll force a double team, and that's going to lead to some open three-point opportunities, get Fiona Mueller, get Tia Kivico outside the perimeter, but you first got to work it in and then get those three-pointers to fall.
So the Rams will have some substitutions come on. Claire Ognebendi comes back on the court along with Fiona Mueller, Tia Kivico, and Cece Patterson all back out there. And then Sarah Marshall still in the game for the other junior, Lila Donaldson. So this New Canaan team currently up by 8 points, and they're doing a real great job, right, forcing turnovers. We've seen that in the transition game. And Darien, there's just some silly mistakes happening. You've had 4 or 5 travels. So if you're Darien, you've got to reduce that and just find a way to score some buckets. So now we'll have Valji inbound it to Welch. Valji back to Welch, back to Valji. And across now, Tia Kivico with the steal. Looking for Mackenzie Nolan. The cross-court pass. And Sarah Marshall drives to the lane, backs out. Cece Patterson travels. So Darien gets the ball back. New Canaan immediately into the full court press once again. Valji to Nolan, or sorry, not Nolan, Welch. Darien gets it down inside, and Blepper's shot over the hoop. Kivico to Mueller. Mueller inside to Ognebendi. Ognebendi with an easy turnaround and just gets the layup to go.
Yeah, Claire Ognebendi at that block, it almost just feels like 3 points for New Canaan because there's her physicality and her height.
Yeah, Ognebendi, we've talked about it. She's one of the taller players in really the whole state. As we see that ball go out on Darien. That was number 12, Julia Ryan, the junior, who couldn't quite get that one.
Yeah, Ognebendi did what she does best at that center position, go for those easy points, but Darien just has to slow things down. They're playing a little bit sloppy, especially in the pass game, and they have to try to evade this New Canaan team that's doing the full court press.
You see Welch with the steal, but she gets trapped, and huge hit there by Fiona Mueller. Knocks Valji to the ground, but Valji draws the foul, and the Blue Wave will have an inbound under their own hoop. So now, number 22, Mackenzie Nolan, will inbound it. She looks for a pass, but Sarah Marshall blocks it, and we've got a foul on Nolan. So Fiona Mueller set to inbound it under the hoop. That was Nolan's first foul on the night as Mueller gets it to Sarah Marshall. Marshall to Tia Kivico at the half court. Kivico looks for a pass, finds Fiona Mueller, and Claire Ognebendi inside to Kivico. Then Kivico finds Mueller. Mueller gets it to Sarah Marshall. Marshall looking for a pass inside to Ognebendi, but kicked ball on Darien. Bepler was the one who kicked that one. So the Rams with another offensive possession. Fiona Mueller. Rams looking to set up a play here. Ognebenny sets the screen for Mueller to Cece Patterson. Patterson outside to Kiviko, back to Patterson, inside to Ognebenny. Ognebenny finds Fiona Mueller outside. Mueller to Marshall, back to Patterson from long range, no good. And that ball out on Bepler, so New Canaan retains possession once again. Mueller looking for a pass, finds Kiviko up top. Tia Kiviko resets the offense. Sarah Marshall to Fiona Mueller. Mueller, oh, travel there. Took a lot of contact, but it didn't matter. Travel came before. So now Darien with the ball.
Yeah, New Canaan's playing relatively fluid right now. I mean, all their passes are clean, and I think Darien just have to get in that mentality, try to drive towards the basket.
Darien get in, reset the offense. Ava Welch once again with it. Now to Bepler. Bepler across to Valji. Now to Welch. Welch's shot from up top finds the bottom of the net. That one was a 2, but it was a really long range 2. Looked like her heels were on the 3-point line. But Welch gets the points. I believe that's her first 2 of the night. And the referees signal a foul on Lauren Valji. So 2 team fouls for Darien in this second quarter of action. Tia Kiviko up top with it to Cece Patterson. Patterson to Sarah Marshall. Marshall back to Patterson. Patterson to Mueller up top. Mueller to Kiviko. Back to Patterson. Patterson drives down the lane, and her shot is up, and she is fouled. So Patterson gets sent to the line for 2.
Yeah, Cece Patterson, maybe the most aggressive player on this entire New Canaan team. She's constantly driving in, gets fouled a lot. And we've seen tonight she's been able to shoot the 3-pointer, but as long as she's driving really, getting layups, getting into the free throw line, it's going to be good for New Canaan.
Patterson's first is up and nearly misses as New Canaan gets some substitutions. The freshman, Eliza Lorenz, comes in, and so does the junior, Grace Driscoll. And then Fiona Mueller comes out along with Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do if you're Darien, I mean, you're already at 3 fouls, and there's still 5 minutes left to go until halftime. So you want to limit those. You don't want to put New Canaan in a situation where they're in the bonus.
Yeah, now with the new rule, right, it's a double bonus as soon as you get to 5 1/4. As Cece Patterson gets that one. Patterson on the fast break. Her layup is up and nearly rims out. But Darien gets the possession there. Eliza Lorenz looked to save it, but couldn't quite get it. Patterson's second free throw make increases the Rams' lead to 9 on the night. One short of their highest lead of the night, which was 10 when it was 12-2 earlier. So now Darien within the corner, and a pass inside to Blepper. Her shot is no good. And Ognebenny gets it. Ognebenny to Kiviko. Kiviko taking it up. Kiviko out to Grace Driscoll. Driscoll inside to Ognebenny. Ognebenny's layup is up and good, and the Rams get their biggest lead of the night.
Perfect touch off the backboard from Claire Ognebenny. And for New Canaan, you got to turn defense into offense. If you can get a steal, get a rebound, you got to have that tempo moving up the floor quick to get a basket.
Now Darien inside, and Claire Ognebenny with the block. Darien will retain possession as they get a substitution. So number 13, Rose McCarthy, comes on. Not quite sure. I think maybe Blepper is coming off. She was the first one into that huddle. But Darien with the timeout. And guys, you know, this is a question for either you to answer. Just, you know, what are some trends of the game that you think both teams want to change or kind of, you know, get started?
I think for New Canaan, when you get a rebound on the defensive floor, you always got to look up, because I think we've seen it a few times tonight. Off a rebound, New Canaan's been turning it over themselves, not looking ahead. There's going to be someone open maybe around the perimeter right when you're around half court. So, you know, just looking up, finding the next girl to throw the ball to. And I think Ognebenny, as long as she kind of stays in the paint and the ball ends, you know, in her hands, I think New Canaan can score.
Yeah, you saw that block from Ognebenny, right? She's been dominant all night long. And then Liam, what are you seeing from Darien that, you know, was a positive that they could take and use for the rest of this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think Darien's moving a little bit better, but this timeout's definitely going to be crucial. I mean, they only have 2 points throughout the first half of this second quarter, so I think they're going to have to move just a little bit quicker, get past that strong line that New Canaan has. Of course, CC Patterson's playing excellent basketball on that New Canaan side, but for Darien, now is the time if they want to try to inch up on that lead.
Yeah, and what kind of inbounds play do you think Darien's going to run to kind of get someone open, maybe from deep or maybe just inside?
I think they're going to try to run something quick. We've seen them all year, just try to cross paths in that paint, get the nice, easy layup.
So a little bit of a rub route, get some picks, you know, some football references there. Ooh, and Claire Ognebenny with a huge block there on the freshman Ava Welch. She tried going up against a senior for this New Canaan team, and it did not work out. So Darien with another opportunity under the hoop for the inbound.
It's a good call by Liam there. Almost had it on the spot if Ognebenny didn't swat that one.
Yeah, but when you're a small freshman going up against a senior like that, you know, it's very hard to do. But now Welch guarded by the freshman Lorenz for New Canaan. So freshman on freshman matchup here. That's one to watch. You see Nolan's shot nearly find the back of the net from mid-range. But as it stands, Grace Driscoll to CC Patterson. Her three no good. But Driscoll out to Kivico. A little bit of a high pass, but Kivico able to reel it in. Now Kivico gets it outside to Lorenz. Lorenz looking around. Rams get some motion. CC Patterson to Grace Driscoll. Her shot, oh, way short. But Kivico gets the rebound, and Lorenz is fouled by, I think, Mackenzie Nolan. So that's Darien's fourth of the quarter. One more, and New Canaan is in the double bonus. Not quite sure what that was. Some scream there.
Yeah, the last possession, though, for New Canaan. A lot of perimeter shooting, getting those open three-point looks. You know, didn't connect on any of them, but if they can just keep dialing that up, maybe getting some off-ball screens to try and at least get an open corner three, it could work out well.
Lorenz inbounds it to Kivico. Tia Kivico. Lorenz missed her assignment there, but the Rams still get the play off. Driscoll to Kivico in the corner. Back to Driscoll, up top to Lorenz. Lorenz looking inside to Ognebenny, gets it to Driscoll, back to Lorenz. And Lorenz to Kivico from way downtown, just off the rim there. And McCarthy muscles the ball away from Lorenz. Now Welch with the ball over to McCarthy. McCarthy down low to Balji. Back to Welch outside. And CC Patterson nearly had a steal and a fast break there. But Welch's shot high and no good. Going to New Canaan out of bounds on Rose McCarthy.
Yeah, I think so far in this game, you're really seeing the height and strength differentiation between both these teams. I mean, when you look at number 35, Claire, Ognebenny for the Rams has just been unstoppable at that blocking. So I think Darien's been a little bit rattled, especially going into the paint for points.
Yeah, and Darien just subbed in a player who has the potential to match up against Ognebenny, right? Vivian Knott, the freshman, but she, you know, she's almost as tall as Ognebenny as a freshman. She's still got room to grow in basketball. So, you know, she's got potential to, you know, match up against a player of the tenacity like Ognebenny. So now Darien gets the inbound to McCarthy. McCarthy taking it up, gets it to Hagney. Hagney to Valji. Valji outside to Knott. And Knott looking for a pass. Finds one to Julia Ryan. Ryan back to McCarthy. McCarthy driving inside. And shot is up, nearly goes in off the bank. Lorenz in transition to CC Patterson. Rams settle down. Kivico back to Patterson. Patterson to Lorenz, inside to Ognebenny, back to Kivico. Kivico shot from deep. Switch. Tia Kivico from long range hits that one and increases the Rams' lead to 14.
Yeah, Claire Ognemetti getting the ball in the paint draws all that attention, leaving the best three-pointer shooter on the Rams, Tia Kiviko, open.
And a long shot from Knott. Does not find the back of the net. Sorry, the bottom, I should say. And Agnew tripped up. Referee says she was out of bounds. And New Canaan will retain possession with an inbound under their own hoop. Yeah. A little bit of confusion there, but Lorenz.
Yeah. There was a name for what inbound under the hoop. I forgot what it was called though. But actually, now we're changing the. We have a change.
Oh, so yeah, so they're giving it to Darien here now. 1:17 left in the second quarter of action. As Hagney takes the ball up. Tess Hagney, the sophomore, looking around the perimeter, and Hagney finds Knott. Knott inside. That was Ryan, but Ryan's pass couldn't get it back to Knott. And now Tia Kiviko with the ball. 50 seconds left in the second quarter of action. And Kiviko up top with the ball. 20 seconds left on the shot clock for this New Canaan team. So if they want, they could potentially get a 2-and-1 opportunity, but it's not guaranteed now since they've taken a bunch of time off. And Grace Driscoll looked to draw a foul there on the three-point shot. Just couldn't find the rim or the backboard. Now Hagney looks to get the final shot for this Blue Wave team. Hagney drives down the lane and kicks it out to Knott. McCarthy to Hagney. Hagney driving inside, and her layup is up and nearly goes in, but Ognebenny gets the rebound. Ball is loose. Patterson to Lorenz. Lorenz's shot, no good. That was a laser. So guys, you know, great first half from both these teams. New Canaan really doing a great job getting it inside. They've got 22 up on the scoreboard right now. Ryan, what are you liking from them?
Yeah, I think New Canaan getting it into Claire Ognebenny sets up so many different dimensions for this offense. You have the three-point opportunities, but you still have those inside looks that, you know, she's been able to be hitting all night. And I think Tia Kiviko, Fiona Mueller, who was sitting for, and I think majority actually towards the end of that second quarter. But honestly, if New Canaan can just keep working it into Claire Ognebenny, a lot of good things are going to happen.
Yeah, and then Liam, what does this Blue Wave team have to do to get back in it?
Yeah, Darien has a lot to talk about. I mean, they only scored one basket throughout the entirety of the second quarter, so they have a lot to talk about. I think they just really need to focus on the offense now. Their defense has been there. They stopped New Canaan a little bit later in that second quarter, but the offense definitely has to start going, especially with those people down in the paint.
Now we're going to swing it down to our courtside reporter, John Frieders, standing by with Coach Kim Palmer.
We have to really be here for the
All right, thanks, John. That was great. Coach Palmer, really some great insight on that first half. So now we're going to send it to our sponsors before we come back to you. So stick around, and we'll be back for the second half of action in just a few short minutes.
This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commission, residential, and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We would like to thank our platinum sponsor,
Not
Dr.
twisted.
William Fessler of Fessler Family Dentistry,
Keep twisting.
dental office for
Keep
your
twisting.
entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. Platinum sponsor, Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting a pool or addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist you with all of your automotive needs. Platinum sponsor Manfredi Jewels. Manfredi Jewels, your local official Rolex jeweler, is excited to continue carrying the finest jewelry and watch brands, and welcome the New Canaan community to their newly renovated store this fall. Go Rams. Platinum sponsor Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company, serving all of Fairfield County. Platinum sponsor Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's market has supported NC Rams athletics and your entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsor Performance and Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2023-2024 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams.
If you want to stay updated on all our Rams sports, please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at NCTV78. And in order to watch our bi-weekly broadcasts, live streams of the NCHS sports, and our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at NCTV78. Thank you, and let's go Rams!
And we are back live from the New Canaan High School Gymnasium for the second half action between the girls of Darien High School, the Blue Wave, versus the Rams of New Canaan High School. That first period, right, we saw a lot of action. Scoring-wise, New Canaan, 22 points in the first half. Darien only with 8. So New Canaan, right, they're doing a great job offensively and defensively. Meanwhile, Darien, they've got to get back on the board if they want to get back into this one. Ryan, what'd you like from New Canaan?
Yeah, you know, Coach Palmer mentioned in the interview turning defense into offense, something that I mentioned. And I think you got to keep that up in the second half, getting a lot of steals, just kind of transitioning them into points and into three-pointers. So we're going to take a look at some of those first half highlights. Tia Kivico with a nice floater. And that's been kind of the key for New Canaan, just driving in, getting quick baskets. So here, Fiona Mueller, that was that good pass down low, getting easy layups. And I think for New Canaan, just being able to transition into points is just something so key and vital for them tonight.
As we see just a couple more replays, right, you've got that Sarah Marshall drive and fancy finish. Then you've got the corner three, or sorry, the foul from New Canaan. I believe that was Donaldson on that one. But the teams will take back the court for this second period, or sorry, second half, third quarter action. Tia Kivico bringing the ball up for New Canaan. The Rams currently out there have their starters with Fiona Mueller, Tia Kivico, Claire Ognabeni, Cece Patterson, and Lila Donaldson. Meanwhile, for Darien, they've got the freshman number 10, Ava Welch, as Claire Ognabeni, her shot misses, but then you've also got number 4, Lauren Valji, the junior. Number 22, Mackenzie Nolan. Number 21, Elise Hole. And number 12, Julia Ryan. So Claire Ognabeni gets it to Fiona Mueller. Now Lila Donaldson driving baseline.
Oh, Meg.
Kivico outside to Mueller. Her three no good. And Julia Ryan fouled by Lila Donaldson.
That's 3 on Lila Donaldson. So
yeah.
We'll see how the coaching staff's going to handle that. But also on Lila Donaldson, she's not much of a shooter for New Canaan. Almost every time she gets the ball, she's getting rebounds, getting assists. She's kind of the player that's putting up all these numbers that don't show on the stat sheet.
Yeah, Donaldson, definitely one of those players who does a great job, right? A role player, as we talk about. Right, Donaldson on defense, she does a really good job guarding the perimeter and not letting attacking players get inside. As we see Welch looking for a pass, and she finds one, a layup, no good, and Claire Ognabeni with the block, but the foul comes for number 21, Elise Hole. And right, this New Canaan team, their coaching staff, they've done a great job all season, and one thing that they're missing, right, Coach Hank Rowett on the sidelines, so his impact, you know, not necessarily missing today, but he has done a great job all season just coaching these players up. As we have Hole with her first free throw of the night. Her first one is up and no good, just off the back iron. So Hole misses that one.
Yeah, talking about the absence of Coach Hank Rao, but also Coach Silvestri. I mean, I think turning it from football and having that football mind and then going into the basketball court, honestly, maybe one of the best all-around assistant coaches in all of the FCI.
Yeah, Coach Silvestri, right, that defensive coordinator for the New Canaan football team, who that defense has been the story of really the whole state for the past couple of years. Right, they've been best in the state for probably the past 4 or 5 years, right, dating back to even those days with Drew Pine when the Rams had a shutout against Darien in the 2019 Turkey Bowl. And now back to the basketball game. Cece Patterson to Tia Kivico outside Fiona Mueller, back to Patterson. Patterson from long range, just off the mark, but Ognabeni with the rebound and 2 points for New Canaan.
I mean, almost effortless from Claire Ognabeni. I don't even think she left her feet there. Just gets the rebound, puts it back up. It's like you're playing street ball with your little cousins right there. You can just grab all those rebounds and put it right back up.
Yeah, Ognabeni triples the Darien lead, right? The Rams with 24. Or sorry, yeah, well, the Darien score. But Kivico with the steal, and Valji gets in the backcourt. Her pass. Now Blue Wave inside. Nolan looking 2-1. The shot clock would have expired if Lila Donaldson didn't get the steal there. But Donaldson finds Mueller. Mueller to Patterson. Kiviko from long range, just off the mark. And Fiona Mueller does a great job keeping that one in. Fiona Mueller drives, kicks it out. Lila Donaldson 3, no good. And now the freshman Ava Welch will take that one up.
Canaan's done really well, especially in their offensive rebounds today. So I think Darien, they just have to focus getting those defensive rebounds, move the ball a little bit quicker on their side.
As we have a substitution come on. Number 13, Rose McCarthy comes on for number 12, Julia Ryan. As now we'll see Valji inbound it under her own hoop. She finds Ava Welch, but a great block by Fiona Mueller. She turns it over on the pass, and Darien gets 2. So Darien finally into double digits. I believe that was number 21, Elise Hole, if I'm not mistaken. Fiona Mueller kicks it out. Cece Patterson goes up and fouled. Patterson draws the foul and is sent to the line for 2.
Yeah, Fiona Mueller kind of being the facilitator right there on the court. Great crossover, gets it inside the three-point line, finds Cece Patterson as she heads to the line for 2.
So Patterson with her first of 2 coming up. Shot is up and good from Cece Patterson. Right, Patterson started off the night extremely hot, had the first 6 points for this New Canaan team. She's, kind of slowed down as anyone would expect here, but she's still doing a great job throughout this game on the defensive and offensive end as she misses that second one. So now Darien and the freshman Ava Welch will bring the ball up. Welch driving inside, guarded by Donaldson. And Fiona Mueller gets the steal off the bad pass. Mueller drives in, and a great pass by Mueller to Tia Kiviko. As the referee whistles for a timeout, and Coach Runis gets the timeout. So now New Canaan up 27-10. This New Canaan team, they're doing a great job offensively. And Liam, I'm going to start with you. What do you think Darien's got to do to claw their way back into this one?
Yeah, I mean, Darien's down by 17 in the third quarter, so it's definitely going to take a lot of might, especially on their side. But, I mean, they haven't made too many buckets all day. I mean, they only made 2 points in that second quarter. So I think coming into this third right now, 4:35 left, they need to just really move the ball around and get those quality possessions. Go in for the layups, try to go out from the arc, but they almost need to make every possession into a scoring possession if they want to try to inch back on this Rams squad.
All right, and then Ryan, with you. This New Canaan team, they're playing very sound on offense and defense. What do you want to see from them?
Keep the ball in Fiona Mueller's hands, all right? Let her, honestly, if she gets the rebound, no need for her to pass it down the court. Just let her keep dribbling it down. We just saw that beautiful bounce pass on that last play. And honestly, I don't know what her assist tally is at right now, but I mean, I think she can get a double-double for sure. As long as she just keeps doing that, and the Tia Kipiko being outside the three-point line, having Ogdebeni in, recipe for success.
Now we'll see Welch bring the ball down the court and gets it inside to Knott. Knott looking for a pass, and that one's stolen by Tia Kiviko. And Welch makes a great play on it after getting the steal back to keep it in the Blue Wave side of the court. So now Darien with the ball. And that one turned over by Elise Hole. So Tia Kiviko to Cece Patterson. Patterson with a great pump fake and a layup.
I mean, what, miniature Euro step right there from Cece Patterson. Great move, 19-point lead for New Canaan right now, and it's been rolling Rams so far.
Darien with the ball now. Number 21, Elise Hole, kicks it out to Knott. Her three-pointer, extremely short.
Yeah, these Darien shots have not been going near the bucket, and I think that they really just need to change it up a little bit and try to drive a little bit more towards those layups. Clearly from beyond the arc hasn't been working for them throughout this game.
Yeah, right, that's where they're finding open shots, though, is the problem. Oh, it was a huge hit coming in there from Elise Hole. Kiviko, or sorry, not Kiviko, Mueller staying on her feet, though. Looks like she'll be all right. She gets another inbound. She finds Cece Patterson. Patterson trapped in the corner. Mueller gets it on the ground. Mueller wheeling it up the court to Claire Ogdebeni. Ogdebeni, will she dunk it? No, she will not. And Ognebetti with the easy layup. She had a fast break, and you never know.
That's something that the boys team does a lot with Griffin Bramlett kind of finding guys like Russie down there. Just saw from the girls team as Ognebetti gets the layup to go.
As Mike turned up a little bit there, but Darien with the three-pointer. Sorry, two-pointer.
Yeah, I think Darien's transition needs to be a little better. I mean, this New Canaan team, they're really going all out
And Lila
making
Donaldson
great
nearly
shots from all
responded
around.
there, but Ognebetti, oh, near layup there. But it looks like New Canaan nearly up by 20 whole points.
One away from that mark right there.
Yeah, and ooh, that one looked like it hit off the knee of Elise Hull and nearly hit one of our cords there. Obviously, the stream can't be done without some great students from New Canaan and Darien High School, right? A joint venture between the two programs, NCTV and DAF Media. So we see an inbound from Fiona Mueller and a substitution by Darien, getting some players like number 15, the freshman Peyton Joyce, on there. As you see a score, my apologies, from Elise Hull. So now Callie Patterson takes the ball down. Kivico to Mueller, back to Kivico. Back to Callie Patterson.
Elise Hull had double-digit points in that game against Bridgeport Central, so her name's definitely been doing well on the point stat sheet throughout this season.
Yeah, Hull, one of those players for this team that does a great job night in and night out. Ooh, as a little too strong there from Fiona Mueller on the layup. Had an opportunity to get it back to 19 for the Rams. Now, Katie Funk with the pushing foul there, which almost works out in the Rams' favor if they didn't have 3 fouls, but that did prevent the drive into the lane. As we see Ali Cecilia check in for Lila Donaldson. The Rams kind of getting that second line of players on here as, ooh, not found a wide open Julia Ryan, but Ryan wasn't able to convert. Now Kivico chasing down the ball, and she has a layup. Ooh, near and one opportunity.
Yeah, a great take by Tia Kivico right there. Was Fiona Mueller, now it's Tia Kivico. Just constant pressure on from New Canaan. Just, again, defense and offense, right? It's what Coach Palmer wanted at halftime. We've been seeing it so far in the second half.
So Kivico at the line for 2. She takes her time. Her first one is up, and nothing but net there from Tia Kivico. So now Kivico at the line for her second of 2. Her shot is up and off the back iron. The referee catches that one before either team has an opportunity to keep that one in. It's a nice hustle play. So now Darien getting some of their reserves in. We've got number 2, Callie McCloskey, taking the ball up for them here. Now McCloskey tried finding number 15, Peyton Joyce, inside, but the Rams get the turnover. And Ali Cecilia drives inside, and she is fouled. Oh, sorry, never mind. That's a travel. Looked like Cecilia was going to go to the line for 2. Nearly got her head taken off there, but
Good aggressiveness by the freshman, right? Driving in up by 18 points here. So I don't hate that.
now Darien in the offensive zone. Ooh, sorry, Katie Funk. I was about to say Ognebetti had a block there, but Darien with 2 free throws here. I think, who'd they call that one on? Katie Funk, I think. So Funk, the Rams' 4th foul of the quarter. 1:08 left in the 3rd quarter of action. New Canaan leads Darien 32-14, right? So we were anticipating a close matchup, obviously this being a rivalry, but to this point it has been nothing close to that.
Yeah, this New Canaan team really just carried the game away from the start to now. I mean, just first couple possessions, they were making those shots and really making that divide greater between them and Darien.
So now the second shot from Vivian Knott, the freshman, is up and off the back iron, but Knott gets her own rebound, and she puts it up, and she'll be back at the line for 2.
That was like a Claire Ognebenny play right there. Almost no effort getting that rebound and putting it back up and getting fouled.
Yeah, Ognebenny not on the floor, so Knott looks like she's the tallest player out there right now. So, you know, some of those rebounds, if you stick those long arms up there, you know, they come effortlessly. As Knott's first one drops.
I think my score prediction was, what, 42-36, so I need to see Darien with some offensive explosion right here. And New Canaan would only have to have 10 more for me to be right.
Yeah, Liam had, what, 32-28?
32-28.
Yeah, and the Rams already have 32, not even at the end of the third quarter of action. So, you know, ways off, but it's really hard to tell with basketball how some teams come out, if it's going to be a defensive or offensive matchup.
And it really just depends what's in the scheme, the game plan for the coaches that day. But I think so far this New Canaan team, it's been heavy press against this Darien team, and Blue Wave just haven't seemed to get their rhythm going early.
Cool. So now Tia Kivico splits the defenders, or sorry, Mueller splits the defenders, and Katie Funk's shot is up. No good. Now Vivian Knott taking the ball up, swings it over to Callie McCloskey. And inside. Ooh, near make there from number 12, Julia Ryan. And Ali Cecilia taking it down. Tia Kivico's shot is up. Looked like she could have been fouled there. Shot clock is off. And Darien has the potential for the final opportunity. Looked like a potential travel there. But Vivian Knott's mid-range shot goes in. And she cuts the Rams lead down to 15. Fiona Mueller drives inside, out to Tia Kivico. Rams looking like they want to get the last shot of the game. And Kivico with 3 seconds. Oh, sorry, yeah, my apologies. And Fiona Mueller long range, no good. And the Rams go into the fourth quarter break, up by 15. So Blue Wave did technically win that period, or sorry, that quarter, although, you know, still on the scoreboard, they are down by 15. Right, in the end, it matters about if you won the war, not the battle. But Liam, I'm going to start with you. What has this Blue Wave team done in these first 3 quarters that they could carry over into this fourth?
I think they've really gotten better at moving the ball around a little bit. I mean, second and third quarters especially. So I think for them now it's just about driving to the hoop and trying to make those shots. They've been missing them from beyond the arc, so I think they have to go a little bit closer and really make those picks, try to get some open lanes throughout the middle, and really put some layups on, try to add to this continuing New Canaan deficit.
And then Ryan, what do you think this New Canaan team has got to do to kind of just close this one out?
Yeah, you mentioned winning the battle, not the war, and New Canaan's got to win this fourth quarter battle in order to win this entire game, right? You're up by 15 points, so just protect the home court, do what you've been doing, but just limit those Darien shots, especially perimeter-wise, 3-pointers. You can't be giving up those looks. So I want to see if New Canaan maybe will switch something up defensively, but if not, just kind of keep up what they've been doing.
Yeah, we saw this New Canaan team, right? They almost blew a huge lead in that game against Danbury. So, you know, you can never be too sure going into the fourth quarter with a lead. You've got to always finish it out. As we get a look at the full court here from the New Canaan High School gymnasium. The Blue Wave take the court. Rams about to get going in this fourth period of action.
Some of the boys' team members are making their way across the opposite end of the floor.
Yeah, of course, everyone at home, please stick around for the boys' game coming up just after this girls' one. Probably about, tip-off is probably going to wind up being about 20 minutes after the end of this girls' game. And, right, it's rivalry night all across the FCAC. I know the 2 Fairfield teams are playing. I would imagine maybe Ridgefield and Wilton are playing. But all in all, right, it's one of the best Friday nights in the whole state because of just the intensity of every single basketball game, right? And then we're nearing playoffs soon rather than later. So we'll have that FCAC playoff, which the New Canaan team is still fighting for a spot in that. The first foul shot from Blepper is no good.
Your Coach Silvestri say got to box out here. Claire Ogdenbenny already with an interesting stance, just facing straight ahead.
As the second one is up and good from Bepler. So New Canaan lead cut to 14 as Tia Kivico trapped in the corner. She manages her way out of it and finds Fiona Mueller. Pass just a little high, but Mueller making her way down the court. Mueller to Cece Patterson. Patterson drives inside, kicks it out to Mueller. Mueller, as the Rams look to get a play going. Mueller's layup is up, no good, but she does draw the foul. So Fiona Mueller goes to the line for 2 to potentially increase this Rams lead to 16.
It's a good look there for Mueller. I mean, just driving from the top of the key, going down towards the hoop. It's a good look, and then gets 2 shots out of it.
Mueller's first shot is up and in. So Fiona Mueller finds the bottom of the net. She has another one coming up to potentially increase this Rams lead to 16. Second one, no good, but Cece Patterson gets the rebound and gets it out to Fiona Mueller. That one tipped by a Darien defender. So New Canaan does not get the backcourt there, and Kivico to Cece Patterson as the Rams reset the offense. Fiona Mueller looking for a screen. Ogdenbenny comes up top, and still no screen. Looked like she wanted one. And Cece Patterson, her layup no good. And Vivian Knott taking the ball down the court. She gets pushed, tries drawing the foul. And looks like Julia Ryan stepped out of bounds there. So New Canaan retains possession, 6:49 left in this fourth quarter of action. Fiona Mueller taking it up. Couple crossovers.
New Canaan is taking their time now, trying to milk as much clock as possible.
Ogdenbenny inside, her layup up, no good. And Ogdenbenny, way to keep that one in. Tia Kivico also kept that one in as she flying into.
That's where our orange tape boundary is over there.
But that attempt to no success as Darien inbounds the ball. Number 2, Kaylee McCloskey, my apologies. Ooh, tried with a little dump off pass to number 15, Peyton Joyce. Joyce couldn't correctly handle that one as jump ball comes and New Canaan retains possession. So Fiona Mueller will inbound it to Tia Kivico as Grace Driscoll came on there for number 11, Lila Donaldson. Mueller out to Kivico. Kivico gets a screen from Patterson. Her floater is up, no good. And referee signals a foul on Claire Ogdenbenny. Ogdenbenny was looking to get a layup there, but nothing there. So Ogdenbenny to the line. I believe these are her first free throws of the night.
Yeah.
Ogdenbenny 60% from the line over the course of the season. So it's interesting to see how she'll perform here. She makes that first one, increasing the Rams lead to 15.
Nope.
No, 14. I
No,
thought
that's not 14.
Yeah. All right.
16. They're 17 now.
Yeah, 17. Now Cece Patterson defending Elise Hull. Hull shot is up and no good. And Kivico wheeling it up the court. Now to Patterson. Patterson out to Grace Driscoll. Back to Patterson. Cece Patterson down low. Claire Ogdenbenny. No good. And referee signals that one out on number 15, Peyton Joyce. So New Canaan will get the inbound under their own hoop.
You see New Canaan a lot running off-ball screens with Cece Patterson. So when the ball's not even in her hands, she's always making plays around the floor.
Tia Kivico to Cece Patterson. Patterson looking for a pass back to Kivico. Kivico to Patterson. Patterson tried driving, now out.
I think a zone look for Darien now.
Grace Driscoll in the corner, her shot up and short. Darien gets the rebound, but sloppy play as the turnover comes. The pass from Vivian Knott could not quite find Sarah Ryan, the freshman. And Claire Ognebeni finds Tia Kivico. Kivico from long range, just off the mark. And Grace Driscoll back out to Kivico. Her three, never mind. Cece Patterson steps in, drops back out, and the referee whistles for a foul against number 24, Vivian Knott. I'm wondering, will the substitutions come in here? Yes, they will. So Lauren Valji comes in along with Tess Hagany, and I think that was number 10, Ava Welch, and then coming out is number 14, Faye Bepler, number 15, Peyton Joyce, and number 24, Vivian Knott, as New Canaan turn it over there. So Darien will have an offensive possession coming up here. So they drive in and kick it out. Hagany's shot off the mark, and Cece Patterson elevates for the rebound.
Yeah, that's a top 10 rebound there from Patterson. It's what New Canaan's done well all game, especially on the defensive side. Moreover, on the offensive side, it's really kept them moving past this Darien team and charging forward.
As we see a little bit of a high pass from Fiona Mueller go out of bounds. She was looking for Grace Driscoll, and the Blue Wave take over possession. Valji kicks it to Hole, but the Blue Wave turn it over. Grace Driscoll with a nice move. Fiona Mueller laughing there, looked like she was gonna pull the three. And Cece Patterson with a travel. She's all smiles as the Rams still lead the Blue Wave by 17, 35-18 in the fourth quarter of action. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left. So if the Blue Wave want any chance of clawing back into this one, it's got to start now.
Yeah, Kivico and Mueller just coming out, so you got to imagine that might be for the remainder of this game unless Darien go on a little run here.
Darien outside, that's Valji. Valji looks inside and finds Hole, Elise Hole, her layup up and no good. And Ali Cecilia, the freshman, cools the New Canaan offense down as Sarah Marshall traveled there. She was looking to find Grace Driscoll in the corner, but before she even got the pass off, just took a little stroll on the court. So 3:45 left in regulation. It's Darien bring the ball up. That's Sarah Ryan out to Ava Welch, two freshmen. As Grace Driscoll gets it to Sarah Marshall. Marshall up the court to Cece Patterson. Patterson outside, Grace Driscoll to Ali Cecilia. Cecilia to Marshall. Marshall nearly loses that one, and it looks like we have a jump ball in the possession of the Blue Wave. So now Darien will get the possession as Hagany will inbound it to Sarah Ryan. That's a travel there, so a lot of sloppy basketball coming in these last couple minutes of action. We've seen probably 4 or 5 travels in the last 2 minutes. Driscoll inbounds that one to Sarah Marshall. Marshall gets it back to Driscoll. Driscoll travels again. Oh my goodness.
Travel fest out here.
What is happening in the New Canaan High School Gymnasium?
We're taking a trip somewhere. I'm
Yeah,
not sure where.
Yeah, these players are traveling around the world. It's just been travel after travel. It's been the main stoppage throughout this entire game, keeping both these teams
Shaquille
at
O'Neal
bay.
would have a field day here on Shaq and the Fool.
As Valji drives inside, her layup up, and she is fouled. And just going back to those travels, guys, hopefully that doesn't correlate over to the boys' game in just a few minutes. The boys' game is coming up, set to tip off at 7 o'clock, but that does not seem to be the case, as it is 6:45, and these two teams still have 3 minutes left to go in game time. But we will be on site for that game too, so everyone stick around, stay tuned for some more rivalry basketball in just a few minutes.
Liam, you're on the call for that one as well, so we get to hear you overtime tonight.
Yes.
Ooh, the shot from Sarah Ryan, no good. But Elise Hull gets a steal. Couldn't quite get that one to go. And Claire Agnebenny with the rebound to Sarah Marshall, up to Ali Cecilia. Cecilia to Agnebenny. Will she pull it? She will not pull the three.
That'd be funny.
Why is that?
Not a three-point shooter. Doesn't take that many shots this year. All
Driscoll
inside
gets
layups,
inside to
like
Agnebenny.
That is the
That's
Claire
her bread and
Agnebenny
butter.
special right there. You know, we joke about maybe shooting the three, but she knows the smart play. She gets the layup to fall. 19-point lead for the Rams.
Agnebenny is a paint player, and right there just shows pretty much what her entire game is made of.
Elise Hull guarded by Agnebenny as the pass from Sarah Ryan off the mark to Driscoll. Now Sarah Marshall gets the ball stolen from her, and Valji takes it inside, but not before she is fouled by Marshall. So the Rams currently up by 21, 2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Do we see a 19-0 run? Probably highly unlikely, but no, Darien, you just want to keep this as close as you can.
Yeah, if you're Darien here, right, maybe just get a couple points for pride. Get some players who don't see the court very much on. But Hagney takes that one inside, and her layup nearly goes. And Elise Hull falls on the ground for that one. She's all over the place. This Grace Driscoll tripped up there. Cece Patterson drives inside, kicks it out to Grace Driscoll, her three off the mark, but Callie Patterson with the rebound and 2 points on the night for Callie Patterson.
Yeah, good to see from Callie Patterson. Doesn't score too often this year, but obviously in this type of game, these are where you can get those points.
Ava Welch loses that one to the other freshman on the other side, Ali Cecilia. So Welch fouls Cecilia, and Ali Cecilia will inbound it. And then New Canaan's other freshman, Eliza Lorenz, checks in for Sarah Marshall. Marshall looks to come out with a little bit of a back injury, so our trainer, Corey, will tend to her as Callie Patterson with the foul going to Darien as we get a replay here of the kick out to Driscoll and her three-pointer off the mark. But way to play by Callie Patterson to get her first two on the night. You see Hagney taking the ball up and kicks it out to Nolan. Mackenzie Nolan finds Lauren Valji, and Valji draws the foul. So New Canaan with their 5th foul on the night. 1:08 to go. Sorry, never mind, that is their 5th. So Darien is in the double bonus now, but it won't really do anything as the Rams are up by 21 whole points. Now make that 20.
Yeah, this Darien team, they haven't been able to match the speed that New Canaan came out with, and I think that was their prime Achilles heel the entire game. Is New Canaan went out strong, Darien couldn't match it, and New Canaan just overpowered them. It's really showing the scoreboard with the 20-point deficit.
Big hit there by Callie Patterson off the pass from her sister, Cece.
Yeah, Liam, this has been a game of tempo, really. New Canaan able to have a lot of pace. That shot off the mark, but New Canaan, like pace-wise, just really dominating off the glass, really wherever it is. Darien maybe kind of taken a little surprise by that full court press early on from New Canaan. That kind of set the tone for the whole game.
So Callie Patterson fouls there, and I'm not quite sure. I think Hagney will go to the line for 2. Yes, she will. So Tess Hagney, 2 shots to potentially cut the Rams' lead down to 18. Hagney's first shot is up and in. So Tess Hagney, the sophomore, the bucket. She has one more coming here. She gets that one to fall. So Rams lead cut down to 18 points with 48 seconds remaining in the game. Eliza Lorenz looked like she might have traveled there, but Ali Cecilia, a little bit of an unorthodox layup opportunity there from Cecilia, but she'll go to the line for 2. So Ali Cecilia I believe, looking to get her first points on the night and increase the Rams lead back up to 20. Cecilia gets her first one to go.
37.5 seconds to my bad, PJ, but 37.5 seconds to go. 40-21 New Canaan. They'll be sleeping good tonight, knowing they got this win, a rivalry win. I think everyone played well tonight, and I was surprised just with how well everyone was playing tonight, because I thought maybe this rivalry would shake the Rams up a little bit, but they've been playing spectacular.
Yeah, the Rams' whole starting five, including their bench. I mean, everyone has put up points. They put up those blocks necessary to have this 20-point lead.
So we see a couple last-ditch opportunities by the Blue Wave, but Eliza Lorenz will take it over half court, and looks like the Rams will kind of just kill this one out. Cece Patterson to Ali Cecilia. Maybe not. Maybe they're trying to get Lorenz some points or something. I believe Lorenz is the only one on the floor without a point tonight. But Ali Cecilia dribbles that one out, and New Canaan will be your winners of this big-time rivalry matchup. So the girls take the first one, and the boys coming up next, so nobody go anywhere. The Rams win 41-21 in what was only described as pure dominance from this New Canaan team. And Ryan, I'm going to start with you. What'd you like from the Rams?
I think everything from New Canaan was great tonight, turning defense into offense, getting those transition points, and we saw that really quickly in the first half. It was Cece Patterson scoring as quick as she could. Claire Ognemeni down low, just kind of feasting on those layups. Didn't really get to the free throw line as much as we might have thought, but she played great. Tia Kivico, Fiona Mueller, the whole starting five for the Rams played great tonight. Big momentum win for New Canaan, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen the rest of the year.
Yeah, and then Liam, I'm going to swing it over to you, right? Darien definitely didn't play their best game, but had some bright spots. What do you think they should try to emphasize in practice to improve for their next one, and then what should they carry over into their next game?
I think, Darien, for moving on, they just need to really control the pace of the game and set the tone. I mean, coming into here in New Canaan, it's always a tough place to play. Obviously, it's one of the biggest rivalries in the state of Connecticut, but I think for this one, just overall, New Canaan really outshined them in everything. And I think New Canaan, there's a lot of high hopes for them coming for the rest of the season. And for Darien, I think they just need to work hard at practice and finish off the season strong.
And before we go, we're going to swing it down to our courtside reporter, John Frieders, with the latest. John? Thanks, John, and we're sorry for the technical difficulties to you viewers at home. But before we sign off on this one, we'd like to give a special thanks to our production crew. You've got myself, PJ Neville, my partner, Ryan Bell, Liam Tomaszewski. Then you've got AJ Polici, our producer, Anav Sahai, one of our guys helping setting up, Robert Williams, one of our guys on replay, as we're going to roll his highlights really quickly from the game. We have those coming up here. As we see the three-pointer from Kivico off the mark, but a great job to rebound that one from the Blue Wave. Then you've got Cece Patterson dribbling it down the lane, kicking it out to Fiona Mueller. Mueller drives inside, draws the foul on the layup. Then Marshall sends it up the court to Patterson. And Cecilia kicks it out back to Marshall. Marshall gets it stolen from, though. Actually, my apologies. I believe that was a jump ball. Then that's it from our highlights. But now, just to thank the rest of our production crew, you've got some guys, Dalton from DAF. Then you've also got Ryan Peck. Then you've got John Frieders, our sideline/courtside reporter, and also our field camera operator, or sorry, should I say court camera operator. And that is it from us up here from the New Canaan High School Gymnasium. Please stick around for the second half of this doubleheader between the boys of New Canaan and Darien High School. Send it to sponsors.
This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commission, residential, and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. Platinum sponsor Frangio Engineering. Planning on putting a pool or addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangio Engineering can help you find a solution. Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist you with all of your automotive needs. Platinum sponsor Manfredi Jewels. Manfredi Jewels, your local official Rolex jeweler, is excited to continue carrying the finest jewelry and watch brands and welcome the New Canaan community to their newly renovated store this fall. Go Rams. Platinum sponsor Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. Platinum sponsor Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams athletics and your entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsor Performance Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2023-2024 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams.
Support the NCHS Scholarship Foundation. Purchase a golf ball. Someone will win a brand new 2024 Chevy Colorado. The NC Color Drop will take place March 24th at Waveney. Check out the truck today, located at the entrance of Denny Stadium. Already have a truck? There are 11 other great prizes too, including a $2,000 gift card to Walter Stewart's Market. All proceeds will go directly to NCHS graduates who rely on financial aid to help pay their college tuition expenses.
If you want to stay updated on all our Rams sports, please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at NCTV78. And in order to watch our bi-weekly broadcasts, live streams of the NCHS sports, and our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel also at NCTV78. Thank you, and let's go Rams!